All right, this is example 2 from 12.3, solving equations. A couple things to note about this problem. We're given the cosine of x is equal to the negative square root of 2 over 2. This would be an example of a non-calculator question. So I posted a link on Canvas about values from the unit circle that you need to know. You need to have memorized here under normal circumstances. So obviously during the school closure, I'm not going to be able to make sure that you're memorizing or quizzing under normal circumstances. But make sure you reference that document that I posted about the values that you do need to know, and understand that those are values that on the IB test, and for that matter, any AP tests or college classes will also expect you to have values like the negative square root of 2 over 2 memorized with their associated angles. So really what this is asking is what are the angles that would result in the x coordinate on a unit circle being the negative square root of 2 over 2. So what are those angles? Well, again, if and when you have the unit circle memorized, what you should be able to tell is these two angles right here. From the unit circle, 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. Both of those have that x coordinate of the negative square root of 2 over 2. So for now, you can just use that unit circle as a reference and just keep in mind that you should be able to make this jump from the equation that we have up here to the solutions, to the first two solutions of that equation, these two angles, 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4. If you're not clear on how to do that, we need to make sure and connect so we can talk that through. So the second thing to note is that we're dealing with a domain here of negative 2 pi to positive 2 pi. So I have two solutions here, but there are others, and I can find those by just either adding or subtracting 2 pi from the two solutions that I've got. So these two solutions that I've got for my unit circle are both in the upper kind of the upper end here. If I add 2 pi here, I'm going to be outside of my domain. So instead, I'm just going to subtract 2 pi from each of those solutions. So 3 pi over 4 minus 2 pi gives me negative 5 pi over 4. And then 5 pi over 4 minus 2 pi gives me negative 3 pi over 4. So I have to include those two as solutions as well. So my final answer is going to include all four of those values. So the solutions to that equation above within the domain that was specified are both positive and negative 3 pi over 4 and 5 pi, positive and negative 5 pi.